Internet Computer is making moves that 99% of crypto traders are completely missing right now. And the technical setup, it's either about to explode to $11.50, or well, let's just say the charts are screaming something big is coming, but there's a catch and it's a massive one. What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and smash the like, it actually helps more than you think. Today we're diving into Internet Computer, and trust me, this isn't your typical ICP coverage. We've got technical breakouts and a community that's 83% bullish despite the token bleeding. Let's get into it. ICP is trading at just $3.11 right now. Let me repeat that. $3.11. The 24-hour trading volume, $50.8 million, down 6.32% from yesterday. Market cap sits at $1.74 billion, which sounds respectable until you remember this token was once in the double digits. So what gives? The charts are painting a wildly conflicting picture. On one hand, the community sentiment data from CoinMarketCap shows 83% of participants are bullish. That's not just optimistic, that's borderline euphoric. Only 17% are bearish, which means the crowd believes something big is brewing. But when I look at the technicals, I see a token drowning in bearish pressure, trading below every single major EMA, the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. The long-term EMA is sitting way up at $13.79, kind of mocking current prices like a distant dream. Now here's where the plot thickens. According to crypto analyst Jonathan Carter, ICP is forming a falling wedge pattern on the 2-day chart. And, for those who don't speak technical analysis, that's basically a giant spring coiling up before a potential explosion. The token just bounced from the lower boundary of this wedge, showing strong buyer activity and solid support at these levels. So, falling wedges are historically bullish reversal patterns, and if this one actually plays out, we're looking at resistance targets of $4.20, $6.30, $7.80, $9.50, and ultimately $11.50. Here's my expert take. That $4.20 level is absolutely critical. If ICP breaks above it with conviction and volume, we could see a cascade effect as sidelined investors jump back in. The problem? The RSI is currently at 32.93, dangerously close to oversold territory. That could trigger a short-term bounce, which would be great. But the MACD line is still below the signal line, meaning the bears haven't left the building yet. They're just taking a smoke break. The real kicker is that ICP needs to break and close above the 20-week EMA to confirm any meaningful reversal. Without that, we're just watching a dying cat bounce around in a wedge pattern. And honestly, that 83% bullish sentiment worries me a bit. When everyone expects something to moon, the market has a nasty habit of doing the opposite, just to liquidate the crowd. Internet Computer is quietly becoming the easiest and cheapest blockchain to build on. According to recent developments, you can now build, deploy, and host apps for free using Caffeine AI, with zero coding skills required. That's wild. That's the kind of accessibility that could onboard the next wave of developers and users. The technical resistance levels Carter identified are realistic but ambitious. Getting to $4.20 requires a 35% pump from current levels. That's doable with momentum and volume, but climbing all the way to $11.50? That's a 270% gain. That would require either sustained institutional accumulation or a massive market-wide bull run that lifts all boats. Both are possible, but neither is guaranteed. What I find fascinating is the disconnect between sentiment and price action. When 83% of the community is bullish but the token keeps dumping, something's off. Either the smart money knows something the crowd doesn't, or we're witnessing classic accumulation before a major move. My gut says it's a bit of both. Whales are probably accumulating at these levels while retail panics. So, what's the bottom line? ICP is at a critical inflection point. The falling wedge pattern suggests a bullish breakout could be imminent, but the technicals are still screaming caution. And that 83% bullish sentiment makes me nervous. If you're watching ICP, keep your eyes glued to that $4.20 resistance. A clean break above it with volume, and we might see fireworks. Fail to hold support here, and we could test even lower levels. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this deep dive, check out my other videos on altcoin breakouts and market analysis. There's some good stuff there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me what you think about ICP. Are we headed to $11.50, or is this just another false hope? Let me know. Quick reminder, this is not financial advice. Crypto is incredibly risky, and you should never invest more than you can afford to lose. Always do your own research and remember that past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Stay safe out there.